everybody, my name is Suyash. You're watching Mind Body Spirit. I was just driving and I checked my Instagram on a red signal and I had received a message. And the question was so good that I thought that I'll just record a video in my car itself. I hope this is not too weird. The question was that if I'm surrounded by negativity, so if my family is negative, if my friends are negative, if my circumstances are negative, if my colleagues at work are negative, and I have to see them and meet them and like get exposed to that negativity every day, how do I still remain a positive person? So how do I still apply the law of attraction? How do I still remain positive and happy and cheerful? That's a wonderful question, and I think that is a question that plagues all of us because nowadays negativity is sort of becoming the natural state. I mean, I'm not very happy to be saying this. If you don't do anything, you will be negative. If you want to remain positive, you have to do something to get that positivity. And my father actually gives a very good example similar to this with respect to health. He says that when he was a kid, if you did something wrong, then you would fall sick. If you just led a normal life, you'd be okay, right? But now things have changed. That's what my father tells me, that now things have changed. Now sickness has become like the natural state. If you don't do anything, you will just be living a sedentary, lethargic lifestyle and you will ultimately fall sick. So if you have to remain healthy, you have to be proactive and you have to work out and you have to exercise. You have to take care what you eat, what you don't eat, so many things, right? So similarly, if we want to remain negative, that's very easy. That's natural. We will anyway be negative. If we have to become positive, if we have to remain positive, we have to do some things, and we have to do those things on a regular basis, on a daily basis, right? So today I'm going to share with you what I do to remain positive, and you may consider them to be some tricks, you may consider them to be a way of living, or you may consider them simply to be a way of picking and choosing what I ignore and what I focus on. Since we are dealing with negativity and positivity, I'll tell you actions to do with negativity and some actions to do with positivity. First, let's talk about negativity. Now, it's very simple, but it may not be very easy at first, but this is all about practice, right? First thing that you have to do is not to dwell too much on the negativity. When I'm giving training to some new people, people that are very new in meditation and I'm training them in meditation, I often find that they are trying to really focus and they're really excited about meditation. And sometimes they get into this deep meditative state. And then what happens is that there is a noise from outside. And so that noise disturbs us, but then instantly I also hear them make a sound, oh, something like that, and they get really disturbed because of that. Now, had they not made this sound, had they not really focused too much on that noise, they would have shifted back to a meditative state after that brief momentary disturbance. But because they really dwelled on it, because they really focused on it, their meditative state was lost. Similarly, this is what happens with negativity. We are exposed to some negative thing, but then we dwell on it so much, we focus on it so much, we give it our attention. It's there, but it's up to us how much attention we want to give it, isn't it? We give it so much attention that it becomes something really big in our mind. And once we give something negative our attention, we attract more negative thoughts. That's the nature of our thinking. That's the nature of our thought process. So when we think about something negative, more negative thoughts are bombarded upon us, and so we become negative. Similarly, when we are exposed to some kind of negativity, that's not up to us when we are exposed to negativity and when we are not. But what is up to us is how much attention we give it. So just create a habit of ignoring the negative things, to just say no to them, that no, I'm not going to think about you, I'm going to think about something else. And that brings us to replacement with positivity, right? The first thing is not to pay too much attention, or with practice not to pay any attention to negativity. And the second thing is to habitually and repeatedly replace negativity with positivity, right? Why negativity is so powerful and why this person had to ask me a question, how do I remain positive in a negative environment? Because negativity is so rampant. Negativity is repeating itself again and again and again. If there is a negative person, we meet that person every day, there is a repetition. And so similarly with positivity, we not only have to replace it, but we have to replace it repeatedly. There has to be a repetition of positive impulses, of positive influences in our life. And so if there is any material that really motivates you, that really cheers you up, that makes you positive, just expose yourself to it again and again and again. It can be a song, it can be a movie, it can be a book, it can be some of my videos. While the intention of this video is not to promote my own other videos, but there are a lot of people that tell me that, I've been seeing your videos again and again. So So on my daily commute, I see 1 or 2 of your videos, and that is really bringing out a positive side in me. That really has made me very positive. So I really relate to that, because the same thing happens to me. If there is something that makes me positive and I just expose myself to it once, well, that's okay. But if I can do it again and again and again repeatedly, so that would sort of counteract the repetition of negativity that is already there in our lives, isn't it? And so positivity once is wonderful, but positivity again and again and again is something that really creates a change in our thinking, in our thought process, and as a result in our life. One thing that I shared in my previous live stream, I am going live, by the way, weekly on this channel. In my live stream, there is something that I shared with you, that I never end a day on a negative note. I may be feeling, sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I feel frustrated, because I'm working, I'm a professional. In a professional life, there are frustrations. In even a social life, there are sometimes irritating elements here and there. But I never end my day on a negative note. So what I do is, when I go to my house's rooftop and I just plug my earphones and I listen to just wonderful music, and I have several playlists that I listen to, and one by one, and those are the songs that I listen to every day, but I'm still not bored of them. I keep adding more songs to that playlist. What that does is that whatever happened throughout the day, I just replace that with positivity. And I don't do that once a month or once in 2 months. I do that almost every day. Maybe there are a few days, rarely, when I don't do it. Otherwise, every day I do it, right? Similarly, there is meditation. Meditation, doing it once is wonderful, but doing it every day will change your complete thought process, and it will, as a result, change your life. And so we have to replace negativity with positivity. That becomes easy when we ignore negativity, when we refuse to pay attention to negativity, and we replace it with positivity, and we keep doing that again and again and again by exposing ourselves to the positive influences, to the things that cheer us up again and again. So ignoring negativity, exposing ourselves to positivity, and repeating positivity. This is the simple trick. And maybe it won't work in just one day or a couple of days, but keep doing this for just 1 week and you will see a major difference. I have seen this happen with so many people. I've suggested this to so many people in my, in my social circle, and it has really helped those people create this positive mindset about life. So that's all in this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. Any comments or feedback, use the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.